unprecedented scenes in the Islamic Republic of Iran.
She was just 22.
Mahsa Amini's family claim she was attacked after being arrested by the morality police.
Neither history nor Allah or God Almighty will forgive you.
Human rights groups say that at least 133 people had died so far, and police have arrested hundreds more.
They think that by using force, the brutal force, they can be in power forever. But of course they're wrong.
As Iranians fight for their civil liberties, propagandists, charlatans and attention seekers continue to spread misinformation. It is November 2022, and this is not the news at Nought. First up, the creepiest thing I've ever seen. This flag is made from human hair. However, contrary to what many social media posts claimed, it's not actually linked to the protests in Iran. The flag is actually an art piece created by Belgian artist Edith Deckend in 2014. She had this to say about her work.
Yes, it's really a strange object for me, a flag. It's politic, but it's also anthropologic, and it's also a little bit erotic because it's hair. There is a reason why in some culture you hide your hair, I think, because it's really an erotic part of the woman and the man.
So although the themes of this artwork are indeed relevant to the protests currently going on in Iran, this story is unfortunately false. But there is plenty of other footage of the protests going around that is reliable. However, you should always be cautious of protest imagery, as it is often misused. It is incredibly easy to take footage or photographs from one protest and pass it off as footage from another.
I'm stoked about Schultz and I'm loving it!
For example, these huge crowds are not images of a pro-hijab counter-protest. Rather, they're images from an anti-government protest in Iran back in 2017. This crowd was also passed off as a pro-government rally. However, it actually shows mourners for Qasem Soleimani, the general who was assassinated by a United States drone strike in 2020. In other news, we have this topless protester, who was actually in the Netherlands and not Iran. I'm not sure why you would feel the need to lie about this, but I guess the topless part just wasn't attention grabbing enough. And finally, sports news, my favourite kind of sport. Iranian Olympic hopeful Elnaz Rakabi gave an amazing performance at the Asian Championships in Seoul, narrowly missing out on a podium spot. These clips may not seem controversial, but Rakabi is actually breaking Iranian law by not wearing her hijab. Upon returning home to Iran, she was hailed as a hero for supporting the protest movements. However, later she apologized both on Instagram and on state media. Reports say that after arriving in Iran, she wasn't taken home directly to see her family, and that she may currently be under house arrest. This is still an emerging story, and we should be cautious of drawing conclusions. However, this story illustrates that in a country with a history of censorship and compelled speech, it's difficult to take even someone's own words as the truth.
What happened was that the Iranian media, but mostly related to Iranian religious police, reported that I was not wearing headscarf. They asked me to write an apology letter. They told me then unofficially that I have to cover all my hair, I have to wear only black clothes, and I have to write a public apology and post it in my social media.
The punishment of not wearing hijab in Iran, it's lashing, being in prison, and invalidation of passport.
So how do you feel being here with, I mean, you haven't gone back for another suitcase to get things, to see people, to say goodbye?
No. Sorry.
Do you, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had a chance to say goodbye.